Hello everyone, welcome back to Positron Plays League of Explorers. So this is Heroic Phaerix, and man, I have tried to record this video numerous times. This encounter is ridiculous. So the changes from normal to heroic is basically that the staff does nothing for you. If you control the staff, it does not give you immunity. And when he controls the staff, it's got +3/+3, so it can attack. So essentially the only way to stop him from being immune or regaining control of the staff is to silence it. I don't foresee any way of beating this encounter without silencing the staff. So what I have here is a paladin deck. I've made a ton of modifications to this. Part of it is a secret deck, but the secrets are primarily not for, aggression, but for defense, just trying to survive as long as possible. There's some heals in it. There's a lot of divine shields. There's some Aldor peacekeepers. So essentially, I've just been playing and didn't start recording again until I got an Ironbeak Owl in my opening hand. So essentially, I have Ironbeak Owls and I have these spell breakers. You basically need one of these in your hand, the owl preferably. I'm not sure you can even win with the spell breaker only. I have not gotten a victory with that yet. But anyways, let's start the game and I'll show you how this works. He's probably going to play a War Axe here? Yeah. So he's got a lot of weapons too, and the Arcanite Reaper is extremely dangerous. So I also have some Swamp Oozes in here too. And if you can destroy a Swamp Ooze with that, it is highly beneficial. So when you silence the staff, he still has the immunity. You still have to actually go through and kill the staff before you can start doing damage to him. But removing that 3 damage, that constant 3 damage, is a huge plus. Plus, it means when it dies, it does not come to control for you, so you won't have any situation where it's bouncing back and forth and things like that. So, I think what I'm going to do here actually is use this to remove his Pyromancer. The Pyromancer can be pretty dangerous, just because it will remove a lot of divine shields and things like that. Now this is probably going to die. This guy is another huge pain in the butt. He's got 5 health now on heroic, and that guaranteed 5 damage is brutal. However, this is also why I stacked more silences in the deck. Being able to silence this guy is huge. He's still dangerous as a 5/5, but at least you can kill him without the fear of retribution, essentially. Yeah, so I knew that was going to happen. That's not a big deal. This thing almost always rolls high. I didn't roll max that time, but... Okay, so what do we do here? I think the best course of action is putting up a Noble Sacrifice for some protection, healing myself, throwing another target out here, and just removing this guy from the equation. I typically like to have a Repentance out before he plays the Destroyers, and I didn't get that, so that's going to be an uphill battle. But we can survive an extra turn this way at least. Silencing these guys is also good. Peacekeepers are good for this. Alright, let's put out the Mysterious Challenger. It's probably going to die, but it'll give us some extra defense here. And I think I'll kill the Raptor and see what it pops out. Hopefully nothing with high health. Warbot is actually a pretty bad draw on that. Only because I can't remove it immediately, and it could do some damage to me here. So he'll probably get rid of my Challenger. Okay, Arcanite Reaper is the scary thing here. No, he's actually going to go for the straight attack, and it's got a Noble Sacrifice again. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, hopefully an Avenge on the... Nice, that's actually really good if he doesn't kill this. He probably will, though. No, he didn't. Alright, so we can use the Silverhand Recruit to kill the Destroyer now and keep around the Challenger. That's actually a pretty big gain. Yeah, so let's dump the Acidic Swamp Ooze and get rid of that extra 5 damage. We'll play the Shredder and throw out the Sacred Trial in case he tries to get feisty. Now, the other big problem here is he's got a ton of spells from other classes. He's got Fireballs and Flame Strikes. That's what I was just going to mention. The Flame Strike in particular is the most frustrating because it's very easy for him to just totally wipe your board with that. Now, while I would get the cheaping costs, I kind of want to heal and put another big minion out. Just kind of another big target here. So we'll dump this. We'll do 6 damage to him. I don't know if he had it on normal, but on heroic, he's also got a spell. Man, another Arcanite Reaper. That is rough. He's also got a spell that gives him 6 armor and lets him draw 3 cards, which is kind of gross. Repentance on a Pyromancer is not a great draw, but at least it means it'll kill itself immediately. I think I'll put out the Shredder. Tempted to save the mini-bot, but it will survive a Flame Strike. And I got extra mana, so I might as well play that. And we'll just go directly for this. Even if he attacks my Shredder, at least it gets rid of the Pyromancer. Chances are he'll try to cast a spell, though. He's gonna go straight for me there. What's my last secret here? Oh yeah, Sacred Trial, right. Oh right, he's got Holy Fires too. Holy Fires are pretty nasty. Alright, so that gets rid of that. We actually got a fair amount of units left here, minions here. Sludge Belcher, here we go. Now I can safely get rid of this, because it'll probably die attacking this, and popped out a Corsair, which is worthless to him, basically. We'll leave the Corsair up. He could buff it with Power Word Shield, but it's not really going to matter, and I don't think he's got any other buffs. Fireball, though, that's rough. I definitely... Oh, wow, he actually went for the Sludge Belter. That's surprising. Definitely expecting him to just kind of go face with that. King of Kings. What do I want to do here? I think we Kings the Recruit to drop this. We sack the Shredder and kill this guy. What do we get? Ooh, Armor Smith is actually pretty good. And he's actually out of cards. He hasn't played that that special draw card, which is very, very lucky. That's obviously dangerous, but we can handle it. Actually, we don't need to handle it. This is a win right here. Oh, that's awesome. Oh man, I'm so glad. I've actually beaten this before, but yeah, beating it again feels pretty good. All right, sweet. I'll actually show the deck list here too, for what help it gives. And I'll talk a little bit about what else I would change. There used to be a deck, essentially, if you played like a priest deck, took control of the rod and silenced it, and had a taunt up, it would totally break the AI, and it was basically guaranteed win. He'd just keep passing his turn. Yeah, so here's the heroic Phaerix decks. Obviously, you know, a bunch of secrets, Avenge. Noble Sacrifice I like for defense, Repentance for trying to get those hot blitz down, Sacred Trial in case he gets overwhelming, and then basically we have Holy Light for healing purely, just try to survive. You could use something like, what do you think, Lay on Hands, but 8 mana, the extra drawn cards really aren't that useful. Typically by that point, if you need to draw cards, you're already dead. True Silver Champion's also pretty good, but if you don't get the silence out right away, it's not really that useful. It's really only useful for attacking a silenced minion, basically. Oh yeah, so I got Ironbeak Owl and Spellbreaker for the silences, which you saw there. Cog Camera I only have one of. I would probably put a second one in the deck. It's super useful for protection. Shielded Minibot combos well with Blessing of Kings. What else we got? Sludge Belcher, of course. It's a double taunt, basically. It's just a very, very high value card. Mysterious Challenger, of course, if you have one, it's one of the most ridiculous cards in the game right now, just because you can really dump out your defenses pretty quick. Dr. Boom is just a high value card, and Guardian of the Ancient Kings, not a super strong card, but I think for this combat it is, because it's meaty enough to survive attacks from most of his minions, and at the same time it gives you a bunch of health back. So there's the deck list. If you're having trouble with this encounter, I hope it helps. I'll probably actually put this deck list up on Hearthstone or something and see if anybody else is interested in it. And yeah, I actually tried the deck that they have there listed and just wasn't having any success with it, so I kind of just gutted it and started mixing and matching and doing my own thing with it, and that seemed to work a heck of a lot better. I've beaten this now a few times with this deck, so Pretty good stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helps if you're stuck on this part of the heroic encounter. If you're interested in seeing more of this stuff, leave a comment. Kind of curious how people feel about the Hearthstone stuff. And subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this and other things I do on the channel. See you soon.